Hello guys, and welcome to another battle replay review. I'm going to show a couple games as the Beastmen today. The first one is a game as the Beastmen versus the Empire. So we're going to watch the replay here. In this army here, we have 4 Razor Gore Herd, 4 Ungor Raiders, the Blackhorn Gore Herd with stock, as well as Ungor Raiders to be a stalking force. Couple Ungor Raiders, couple Centigore with great weapons and Poison Hound combos, and we got Malagor and a Gore Bull. For the Empire player, he has 2 deploy groups here. He has both of them protecting 1 cannon. On one group, he has the Sterling's Revenge, as well as 2 Pistoliers, a Halberd, a Spearman of Shields, the Sigmar's Sons, another unit of Halberds, the Light Wizard, and some Reichsguard. His Boris Todbringer sitting here in the middle, Overwatch, looking powerful. We got another cannon with another unit of Spearman and Shields, Reichsguard, and 2 units of Pistoliers as well. I think the intention of his army was to take out Cygors and a grouped up infantry blob, but as you can see, we don't have a grouped up infantry blob. I have Vanguard deployed, the Ungor Herd, and the Blackhorn Ravagers behind enemy lines, hoping to have them be invisible and hit the back line. However, since they are so close, only this unit here is actually invisible. The rest are all visible at the start of the match. And the Razor Gores and Bestigore, we're going to make a front line just charging straight in. I find this is a useful strategy against factions like the High Elves, Empire, and other factions that tend to play. I mean, it doesn't work too well against the Dawi because the Ungor herds they lose to the Quarrelers basically, so it doesn't really help that much. But the idea is the Razor Gores kind of run to the front line with their anti-infantry and armor piercing, break up the fight while the Ungors attack the back line, all sneaky like. This isn't going to plan, however, for either of us it seems. So it's gonna be a pretty wild, chaotic battle. I'm gonna get zoomed in for this because all this really is. Sorry about that. I had to tap out. All this really is going to be is a mosh pit fight here. As you can see, the Ungor Herd in the back engaging these Halberds, and Boris Todbringer getting in it, killing some of those Ungors on the charge immediately. I mean, already taking out unit models, just flinging them around. The Razor Guard are coming in here to match the charge of the Reichsguard into the Ungor. It's a pretty good charge. They get about half their health on that's Ungor Herd actually. Half their health. The Raiders are shooting at the cannons, but I think they're going to get targeted back onto something like these Halberds or something, because the cannons are getting eaten by the Chaos Warhounds. The Centigores are in the back, are hitting the Pistoliers. I mean, it is just wild back here. Malagor and the Bestigore still haven't even made it to the fight, but this is already looking very grim for the Empire. The Reichsguard from the other flank are coming in to support. They get a really good rear charge onto these Ungor Herd and Blackhorn Ravagers, do quite a bit of damage. But we are into the cookie jar, so to speak. The Sterling's Revenge and the cannon are both engaged or completely shut down. The opposing cannon on this side is still firing. However, all its defenses have left, so these Chaos Warhounds with Poison are going to go over there and take it out, while the Centigores join up this main fight. But just scooting around here a little bit, I mean, you can see this fight is pretty much just on cleanup duty at this point. The balance of power may still be pretty even. And Boris Todbringer is still a big threat. I don't have a ton of great ways to take him out besides Gorbel, who is making his way over to Boris Todbringer right now. Ooh, a nice little broken up charge by these damaged Reichsguard in the middle of things. It's always fun when you have Cav in the middle of a bunch of infantry engagements and you kind of just bounce it around between fights and get those little charges like you see there. It's pretty neat. But anyways, Gorbel comes in. I mean, I summon up a Cygor over here, hoping to take out this group of Pistoliers that is harassing me. I got Centigores with great weapons over here, just trying to get into these Pistoliers, get pinned up against the map. I'm not sure if how their AI pathing did that to them, but it does happen sometimes. A lot of them are just they're trying to escape, but the Centigores are going to cut them down. Yes, a rock. Oof, just decapitates that poor Pistolier. He gets launched off his horse, still bleeding. Poor guy. Oh, and then he fades away into the snow. Boris Todbringer's going to land, but my opponent is going to surrender here pretty soon as the Bestigores start to move in and surround. I mean, this game was one of those games that's rather lost or won at the beginning of the match. So we're going to show another one, another beastman battle. This time it's beastmen versus the high elves. It was a pretty good match. Shout out to my opponent there. It would have done very well against, I think, a group of bestigors and cygors. Just wasn't really prepared for the more mobile army type. It's kind of one of the things that I'm learning about multiplayer is a lot of it's decided very early on in pick phase. So like I'm saying about pick phase, by the way, if you guys are looking at these picks here in this game, you're going to see I have a very uphill battle to fight here. I have almost nothing that is capable of taking out the Star Dragon, Alariel, or either of these nobles. I mean, I have so little anti-large and such little stopping power with this army. I was trying something a little different. I do have more infantry, no Razor Gores. I was expecting a Spearman front line. I didn't want to charge Razor Gores into that. But I have my Ungor deployed and the Blackhorn Ravagers, same as last game. I got Centaurs with great weapons and Chaos Warhounds on the back, Vanguard deployed on either flank. At first, I'm looking a little positive. I mean, if I'm able to engage these, you know, he's only got 4 units of Spearmen, 3 units of Archers, the Fireborn. He doesn't have much coverage to protect his Archers with, and I'm thinking I can just swamp him down. That's what I'm going to try and do. I'm also rocking Morgur rather than Malagor with a Brave Shaman of Death, who's just stripped down to Fate of Buna and Soul Stealer. I don't know if that was the right call in terms of spell lores to take here. I mean, I know the High Elves are going to be able to bring healing, and I'm not sure if Lore of Death is all that efficient when you have healing on the opponent's side. But as you can see, he's just taking an early breath attack into some Gore Herds with shields. I feel like, you know, you're trying to hit Malagor or Morgur, but you should have gone for the Bestigor in terms of just getting value out of your breath attack. But in comes the Gore Herd to engage, and the Chariot just going to plow right through him, taking out, wow, like 10 models there. Wow, 12, yeah, I mean, there's arrows coming in too, but the Chariot's doing a lot of work. I mean, I didn't bring the right stopping power. The Centaurs and the Chaos Warhounds are really all that has enough mass to stop. But the frontline engagement's underway. It's mostly just Gore Herd engaging with Spearmen. The Spearmen should do pretty well in that fight. I mean, I think they should win with no support. But here come the Chaos Warhounds and the Centaur with gray weapons, just onto the Fireborn. They get an Earthblood. I got a good charge off there. They didn't get a counter charge, and I mean, we're doing damage. Alariel's in there too, but we're taking a lot of damage too. I mean, the Fireborn are a very strong unit, not to be underestimated. As you can see here, this is probably a mistake. I get 1 unit of these spears around, but engaging more into the front here doesn't help me kill this spearman really any faster. Morgur's in it, and I'm hoping to put him in there so that his Chaos Spawn summon will proc. I forget to bring the staff for him, by the way, which is also a pretty big mistake. That 1 unit of Chaos Spawn would have helped a lot with pinning down something like the monster or the chariots or Alariel. These large targets are going to prove very difficult for me to handle in this match. But yeah, he routes off the Chaos Warhounds and the Centaurs, the great weapons, as expected. Fortunately, we have some Ungor support into the Fireborn. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's something. The Chaos Spawn rise up from the bodies of these dead archers, maybe, what it was. And I'm going to put them onto this dragon. I really just want to pin this dragon to the ground, and I want to do as much damage as possible, because it's only used 1 breath attack. If I can keep it on the ground and kill it, then it's dead, and it has no more breath attacks. But of course, he has Alariel, he has Star of Avalorn, he has Earthblood, and Regrowth. He has plenty of ways to heal, and he's going to drop a real nice banishment onto my units here. I do get a move, but I guess that wasn't really nice. Looked like it was going to be real nice. So the Fireborn come in. I Fate of Buna'd them because they were getting to escape, and they still have 30 models. I know the Fate of Buna would do a lot of kill a lot of models, and considering how low health they were compared to how many models they had, they're down to 25 and they rout. So that's great. I mean, the Fireborn getting off the field is good. I think I'm going to try and chase him off with the Centaurs, the great weapons. But I might just be pouring those guys into the Star Dragon, because I'm seeing my opportunity here to kill the Star Dragon. If I can, you know, collapse this infantry in, I might be able to take it out. If I can take it out, then the nobles and Alariel don't really have the stopping power I think they need to clear up this much infantry. I mean, the Bestigor herd is still full health. Not that they're going to be able to catch anything, but they would do a lot of damage to someone like Alariel if they got to sit on her for a while. They're just knocking him over as she runs away, or waddles away on that bird there, that hawk. That great eagle, I should say. The Fireborn regroup. They have 15 models left, which is quite problematic. They have almost no health, but they have quite a bit of health left to regain. And Alariel is still alive, and she hasn't used the Star of Avalorn yet, which is a big problem. Star Dragon manages to get out of my engagement there, less than half health, but what can you do? At this point, he has mostly just flyers left in those 2 chariots, and I am realizing how screwed I am. The balance of power is in my favor, but I can't stop him from just cycle charging here. I mean, I don't have anything that stops him from doing that. I've used a lot of my Lore of Magic already, and I'm trying to save up some points, or save up some Winds of Magic, so that I can get another Spirit Leech or something off. But who do I put it on? I mean, because look at this. Yeah, this is what's going to happen here. Is Alariel is going to use the Star of Avalorn. She's going to get roasted by that Fire Dragon, or that Star Dragon Beth. But it doesn't matter. I mean, they just get to sit in the Star of Avalorn. I pull back, just hoping that they'll follow me, and it looks like they do. But I mean, they've already healed so much. I mean, that noble was down to like half health, and now he's up to 3/4 again. They're gonna hit this Ungor herd, and I'm gonna try and support their backs. But once again, I just don't have the mass to stop them. They're just able to pull right through. So I try to regroup. I try to regroup this force here and this force here, separate them out. And just try and catch something, but I really can't do it. I can't seem to lock them down. You know, I take plenty of fights here, but it's such a bad trade for me. I mean, they get to do a lot of damage on the way in, and I get to do barely any damage as they just push through. Like, look at that charge. You know, eventually gets mucked down and beastmen here, but they're gonna have such an ability, and then a really good banishment, a really strong banishment there. Just, man, look at that. Just continuing to pull up the health of these poor Bestigors. I mean, the Bestigor was really a lot of what I had left, at 52, and as you can see, the balance of power is back down to even now. I put a Spirit Leech on Alariel, probably a mistake. I mean, what are you going to do doing damage to Alariel like that? I don't know if we better give off using the Star Dragon on the Nobles. I guess you might as well use it because it's Winds of Magic, but this game is feeling more and more against me. I do get a good surround here on these Nobles. I mean, I think I'm targeting the Star Dragon still. I want to take that out since it has the terror potential. And Beastman units do have pretty low morale. So I do want to kind of... I think Alariel might have terror as well, though. So I'm not sure how much that matters. And then we get an Earthblood coming down. Yeah, look at that. A healing on all of their single entity models here. So they get a heal up very nicely. And then just pull right out with their high mass units. So this is something you got to watch out for. It's something you got to be aware of with the Beastmen. As far as what I could have done with my army pick to actually not lose at this stage of the game, right? Like not lose at the not necessarily losing the battle here, but I'm just saying that like in general, I'm not able to use my units very effectively. Another Star Dragon Breath going right into the back of his own chariots. But I'm not able to use my units very effectively because they just don't have the mass. I think a couple Centigors with throwing axes would have been really strong here. I could have expected the dragon against myself. If I was playing high elves against beastmen, I would have brought a dragon. So it's hard to know what to do better. I mean, some Minotaurs might have really helped. Maybe some more Chaos spawn. But yeah, I mean, the terror routing potential from the Star Dragon and the two Nobles is just very, very strong. And he is pretty much beaten back my force here. Yeah. So we'll just fast forward a little bit. I mean, it's mostly cleanup duty. Malagor gets, you know, left alone here as the last little bit of leadership, and I mean, he's regeneration and the like, but he's not gonna like this too much. Yeah, Yeah, getting terrified off. The nobles are did a lot of damage as they did charges into routing units. Um, that's a kind of a mistake in the build that I brought there. If we look at my army composition once again, I just didn't have any stopping power for those large units. I didn't have any archers. I didn't have any way of doing damage to the Star Dragon aside from melee. Same with Alariel. I mean, those. If you see the nobles here, they got 280 kills basically each. They were a huge threat the whole time. I mean, they were anti-infantry on those chariots, just constantly being microed around. I really like this army on my opponent's part. This is a very good anti-beastman army. Um, yeah, props to them. It was a close match. I felt like I might have been able to take it if I had been able to take out that Star Dragon early. Let's actually take a look. Let's see if Alariel has Tear by herself. I think she does, but I could be wrong. And my plan was kind of to get rid of the Star Dragon, to get rid of the Tear. Should mount her. She causes fear. I don't see her causing Tear. Because that would look like this icon. That's right. Do the nobles cause terror? Probably not. On the chariot, that doesn't really make any sense. It doesn't even cause fear. So yeah, the Star Dragon, terror-causing unit, reduces the leadership of things that it's near. So did a good job at taking me out. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and have a nice rest of your day. I hope to come up with you with some more battles soon. I like to kind of do things in pairs. That's why there's 2 Skaven battles and 2 Beastmen battles. Try to upload them as the same video in the future, like this. Anyways, have a nice rest of your day. Peace out.